Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at a really interesting knife from Mcusta. I've actually reviewed some of their knives in the past, and they always come out with really interesting knives. So I was actually at Blade Show earlier this year, I should say about 6 months ago, and I went to the Mcusta booth, and I was asking the rep there about some of their knives and stuff like that. And I saw this knife, and as soon as I saw it, it really caught my eye. I asked them if I could go ahead and review it. They were gracious enough to let me take it so I can review it. And I've actually been carrying it off and on as part of more of a gentleman's carry EDC. So I don't get to carry it that often, but the times that I have, I've actually loved it. I wanted to go ahead and put it back in the box just so you guys can see the presentation, but I wanted to show it to you because it's so different from a lot of the knives that you see nowadays. So it comes in the traditional Mcusta box here, which is this blue color with the gold writing there, and then on the side right here you do have information on the knife itself. So this is model MC-0144G. And this is actually in a blade steel that I'm not familiar with at all, which is SPG2. And then it's in a black Packawood handle. So if you have no idea what that means, like I didn't, stay tuned because it's really awesome. So as you open up the box, the presentation is very nice. You do have a little flyer right here so you can go ahead and find out some information about Mcusta if you guys are not familiar. And then you have this right here. Now, this is a really nice traditional looking holster for this knife. I just really like it. It blew me away. I didn't even know that this knife came with it, or this knife came in this, until I was handed the box and I opened it up and I saw it in there. So as I mentioned, I've been carrying it off and on. Unfortunately, I have not carried it in the holster or the sheath here, just because that's not normally the way that I carry my my knives. I usually just carry them clipped onto my pocket. So, but I put it all back so you guys can see what it looks like. I love the color combination. So you have this kind of leather look all the way through it. From the button snap right here, it goes all the way up and around, and then it actually creates the belt loop right here. Then you have the black material here all around it. And then you actually have this kind of orange stitching, which is really nice contrast to all the other colors. Very gentlemanly like. I like that this is rather large, the loop here, the belt loop, because it will accommodate different types of belts sizes. So that's really nice. And then the button closure is very nice and secure. So you can go ahead and take the knife out. We'll set the holster off to the side there. And here is the knife itself. As I mentioned, the handles on this are black Packawood. I had never had experience with black Packawood before, so they look really nice. I really like it. Again, I've been using this as kind of like a gentleman's carry knife just because when you see it, that's exactly what you know, what screams at me. It's a gentleman's carry knife. It's something that's going to look really nice in the pocket. It looks really nice when you take it out to use it. I've had a couple people look at it when I've taken it out and asked to see it just because of how unique and how different it looks. So taking a look at it right here, as you guys can see, it has the black Packawood, and then you have these steel bolsters on here, which look really nice. The back spacer here is all steel as well. And then the pocket clip actually sits on the spine of the knife as opposed to it sitting on either side of it. So it is fully ambidextrous, obviously, as you guys can see here. You can clip it onto your pocket on the right, on the left, and you don't have to worry about it being left or right-handed, especially because you have dual thumb studs as well, which will allow you to open it with you know, either left or right-hand side. Now you do have a tiny little lanyard hole right there. You probably, if you wanted to use 550 paracord, would have to gut it in order to get it through there, but you would be able to. But on this knife, I opted not to put any type of lanyard on it because I didn't want to take away from the aesthetics of the knife itself. And then if I did put a lanyard on here, it would have to be something ornamental just to kind of match the overall aesthetics of this knife. So you guys can see the centering is dead on centered there, which is nice. and then deploying the blade, it is so smooth. The blade deploys very, very smoothly, and then you are greeted with this really, really awesome blade there. So a couple markings on the blade itself. So Mcusta Seki Japan, and then the blade steel, which is SPG2 powder steel. Again, I had no experience with this steel, but let me tell you, it came ridiculously sharp straight out of the box, and it cuts very, very nicely, slices very nicely. Again, this has been more of a gentleman's carry for me, so I've only relegated to opening up mail, opening up a couple boxes and stuff like that, so no heavy usage on this. But again, I wouldn't recommend using it heavy because of the aesthetics of the knife itself. Now, the site reads that it's a closed length of 3.87 inches. And then you do have a blade length of 2.81 inches. So right under 3-inch blade there. Again, perfect for the majority of light duty EDC tasks that you would need, like opening up mail, cutting up boxes, things like that, cutting, paracord and things like that. It's perfect for those options. It is a liner lock right here, and then you do have jimping right there. Again, very easy to get to. You disengage the blade and go ahead and close it. This is not a drop shut blade or anything like that. Again, the aesthetics of this does not lend itself for that. This is something that you will take your time using and cherish using it very, very nicely. Now, again, you do have the pocket clip here on the spine of the blade, which is an interesting position for it. I have a couple of knives that have the pocket clip on the spine, and usually they are very thin, so when you clip it onto your pocket, it's not going to feel weird or anything like that. But it does give you the ability to use it left or right hand. As you guys can see there, I am right-handed, so I could still opening it with my left hand very, very nicely. I just love the way that this blade looks. You do have that kind of pattern right on the cutting edge there, which makes it look really, really awesome, especially kind of dating back to what this blade was actually modeled after, which is the Japanese nature behind the look of the blade itself, which is nice. I just love the color, the silver with the black. I think it looks really nice, very clean, very elegant, and then it comes to a wicked point right there. So very, very nice. Now, again, if you don't want to carry it using the pocket clip, you can go ahead and carry it in the holster or the sheath here. It's just as elegant as the knife itself. Again, for a gentleman's carry, I probably would not be sliding this onto my belt or something like that. But if you're the type of person that maybe uses a holster on a regular basis, you can go ahead and carry it that way. If not, as I mentioned, you do have the pocket clip. The pocket clip retains it very nice in your pants, in your pocket, and you don't have to worry about it coming loose or anything like that. Lockup is rock solid, no blade play whatsoever. And then the spine of the blade is actually somewhat rounded. It's not completely rounded, but it is somewhat rounded, which gives it that more, again, further that gentleman high class look and carry of this knife. Fits really, really nice in the hand. No jimping or anything like that whatsoever, because again, you do want to keep that nice aesthetic of the gentleman folder. You do have a little jimping, as I mentioned, in the liner lock there, but that's just to aid you in actually getting to it and disengaging the lock on the blade and closing that blade up. So I think this is a great option from Mcusta. Again, it's a manufacturer that not a lot of people know about, so I love kind of sharing these type of knives with you guys, and especially something as unique as this one here. So I'll leave a link to their site if you guys are interested in checking it out, maybe picking one up for yourself. You can go ahead and check them out there. Again, this is model number MC-0144G in the SPG2 powder steel with the black packle wood. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.